Britain as Prince Philip dead at 99. Prince Philip, the longest-serving royal consort in British history, who was a constant companion to Queen Elizabeth I during their 74 years of marriage and the father to royal heir Prince Charles, died Friday. He was 99. It is with deep sorrow that Her Majesty the Queen has announced the death of her beloved husband, His Royal Highness the Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, Buckingham Palace announced on Twitter Friday. His Royal Highness passed away peacefully this morning at Windsor Castle. Known for his easygoing humour, dapper wardrobe and sometimes startling frankness, the Duke of Edinburgh was a tireless advocate for the monarchy, wildlife conservation, science and a proponent of mixing athletics with scholarship. He also racked up more than solo public engagements since 1952. The oldest ever male member of the British royal family, Philip was rarely seen in public after he retired from his public duties in August 2017. But he still accompanied his wife to the weddings of their grandchildren, including Prince Harry to Meghan Markle in May 2018, Princess Eugenie to Jack Brooksbank in Oct. 2018 and Princess Beatrice to Edoardo Mozzi in July 2020. His most recent public event was a military ceremony at Buckingham Palace in July 2020. Despite never being crowned king, the Duke played an important role behind closed doors, supporting his wife of 7 decades during times of great tumult. He has, quite simply, been my strength and stay all these years, and I, and his whole family, and this in many other countries, owe him a debt greater than he would ever claim, or we shall ever know, Elizabeth said during her Diamond Jubilee address in 2012. Elizabeth and Philip, who had Greek, German and Dutch royal blood coursing through his veins, initially met in 1934 at a wedding of Philip's cousin and Elizabeth's uncle. They were third cousins through Queen Victoria. It wasn't until the two met again 5 years later, when she was 13 and he was 18, at the Royal Naval College in Dartmouth that their relationship blossomed. During a visit with her mother and father, King George V and Queen Elizabeth, Philip was asked to escort Margaret and her sister Elizabeth around the grounds. They immediately fell in love and began exchanging letters. Philip asked Elizabeth's father for her hand in marriage in 1946 and the king agreed but wanted any formal announcement put off until his daughter turned 21 the next April. Elizabeth and Philip were married at Westminster Abbey on Nov. 1947 and the ceremony was recorded and broadcast to 200 million people around the world by BBC Radio. For several years after their marriage, while Philip served in the Royal Navy and before Elizabeth became queen, the couple led a normal life in Malta where he was stationed. But their lives changed forever when Elizabeth's father died on February 6, 1952, while she and Philip were touring Kenya. After her coronation in June 1953, Philip swore his allegiance to her, becoming her liege man of life and limb. The Duke was constantly at her side during her official ceremonies, attending state dinners, meeting with world leaders and extended tours abroad even though he remained a few steps behind according to protocol of the orders of precedence. But he sometimes grew prickly about being the uncrowned king in the Queen's House of Windsor. I am the only man in the country not allowed to give his name to his children. I am nothing but a bloody amoeba, Philip once told a friend. Ever in the public eye, Philip acknowledged that he was under constant scrutiny but still voiced his opinions and spoke freely even if he was prone to hilarious gaffes and sometimes rude remarks.